What's up YouTube, Jay Traveling here, and today I'm going to show you I got my mining PC built. So a few things have changed since the last video. So when I put it together and I had that Strix motherboard, the second PCI X16 lane wasn't working. It wasn't recognizing any graphics cards. I put multiple in there, changed multiple things in the BIOS. I updated the BIOS. Nothing seemed to work, so I had to take that back. So I ditched the AMD build and went with an Intel build, and I'll show you the build. I'll tell you what parts I used, and show you how it looks. I mean, I think personally now it looks a lot better with the Intel motherboard, and it has both my 3060s in it, and it's mining Ethereum, and it's not locked at all. So both of them are mining 47 to 48 mega hash a second. After I show you the computer, which I'll do in a second here, we'll go into the, we'll remote into it, and I'll show you what it's mining, and we'll go through some profitability numbers. So here's the build as it is now. Alright, so here's the rig running. You can see both 3060s in there. So you'll notice the motherboard's different. It's running an Asus Prime Z490 board. Now this one is actually known to run with 2 GPUs in 8x mode instead of a 8x and a 4x. Then I got the Pentium G6400 processor in it, and then you can see just a crucial 8GB stick of RAM. It is powered by an EVGA 1000 watt G3. And then I got two front fans there, both hooked up to the motherboard, just pumping at 100%. And you can feel airflow coming in down here. Not much, but some. I do have the front glass panel. I did end up buying it. I bought this case open box like you saw in the last video for $40 without it, but I ended up picking up $15. I just need to find thumb screws to put it on. In another video, I'll make one with the glass side panel off, and then I'll do it with the glass panel on and see if we get temperature changes. I'm thinking this card down here is going to run a little hot. It's already running a lot warmer than this one, obviously, and you can feel the heat coming off of this. So I might add an exhaust fan also and one more fan to the top when I do that testing. So I'll have this one intake and just blowing cold air down at 100%. And this one I probably won't put it 100%, but I'll get a fan in there and get it running. But that's the build, and then we'll go in. We'll show you it mining Ethereum. So here we are inside the computer. As you can see, it's mining. I do have it on nicehash. I might take it off, I'm not sure, but you can see both cards sitting right around. You can see right in here, sitting right around 48 to 47 mega hash a second. Now, I don't think that that's really going to change too much. You can see it's still holding pretty steady. These are my overclocks. So this is my MSI card. You can see it runs a good bit cooler. So this one's the one that's getting obviously the 48, almost 49 mega hash a second. Now I may be able to push this a little bit more on the memory, but I just didn't right now because of heat, since it is in a PC. And then this one is at plus 950. So I was having issues with this card. It would jump power again, lose its overclocks, and I think it would do a little bit to the heat. So I just turned it back just a little bit, and I did give it a little bit more power. So it's sitting around 49 Celsius. It is a little warm in my room. It's not too cold. So this is saying it's generating 960 a day. I don't really trust this calculator as much since it is mining Ethereum. I could take it off of nicehash, which I might do in the near future when I do put it back downstairs with all of my other mining rigs. Probably take it off, but here's the uptime of the computers at 9 hours. So this has been mining for a little over 9 hours on straight Ethereum. So as you can see, this board does allow two 3060s to mine on it. So what we can look at now too is we'll look at the profitability of it. So here you can see what it's trading at. So Ethereum down slightly, still very profitable though. And that's what we're mining with it. I might try other coins later on down the road with it. Octopus I know is kind of good with it, and so is Kapow. So I'm getting the 90 so mega hash. So let's look at, I was getting 98 mega hash for a little while, but I think it went down to 96. So we'll go to 96. And let's look here. So it's saying I'm making, it was pretty close, 957 a day. Nicehash says it's 855, but I'm going to go with this because I can just mine straight Ethereum. So 957 a day is what it says that I'll be generating in revenue. Now I calculated the cost is the same as just about $1 a day for electric. So let's look at a spreadsheet here. Now I got this spreadsheet from HashRaptor. If anyone follows him, he had it linked in one of his videos, and I downloaded it. So you can see he did it in his Vader video, but these are my 3060s. So we'll change that. And this spreadsheet's really good. It's my first time actually using it. But he did a really good job of putting this together, and I definitely recommend using it. It's going to give you a great overview of your rig. So I don't have 6 cards. I just left that though. But this is how much I spent on both of my GPUs. And then this is how much this rig costed me. So after the frame was 40, yeah. Since it was 41, I'll get it the most accurate I can. The motherboard 153, CPU was 50, the RAM was 38, the case was 41. I got my power supply used for 100. I don't have any risers. I don't have another power supply. The fans came with the case, so I didn't have any fan cost. I didn't use any splitters or anything, so 382 is what I spent on the rig total. And that's for the PC. My cards were, after shipping, were 539 and 409, so it came out to 1487. So this, my total rig cost was just over $2,000. So here's my base ROI, my return on investment. So this is my rig cost. This went down slightly. So this was $957 at 218 days to ROI this. So that gives you a really good picture of how long it's going to take for, and that's the whole computer. It's not just the GPUs. But if you want to dig deeper, you can look at this sheet too. So this is saying pretty much if I were to sell the GPUs eventually, say I get these and like want to sell them for $200 later on down the line, at this rate of making $957 a day, I would need to wait 171 days to break even. And that's if I were to sell them for $200. Now, anyone knows in this market that you are not selling a GPU for $200, especially not a 3060. I'd still be getting close to $500. So if I was selling these for, we'll say $400, my ROI goes down to 125 days. But I say $200 because eventually this market will stabilize, and when I do go to sell these, it's not going to be for like a year from now. So I think $200 is still low. I think I'd still get more like $300 for them, but I don't think I'd be getting a scalper pricing. I don't plan on selling them anytime soon. I'm going to let this rig run for a really long time, and it's going to mine Ethereum pretty much for as long as it can. So there's my gaming my mining PC that I put together. I mean, it was pretty simple to do, not too hard. I'm a little worried about the heat in it once I put the glass on it, so I do have the fans pumping 100%. I may eventually replace them with more powerful fans. Those ones that came in that case, they're not bad for a PC, but for the purpose of this one, I want to get air in as quick as I can and pretty much cool them cards down as fast as I can, especially with how close they sit together, as you saw in the video earlier. There's not much spacing between them when you do it inside of a PC and on a regular ATX motherboard. But it is working. It's both mining Ethereum, and it's running pretty solid for now. I got my seems like I got my overclocks pretty solid for what I'm trying to do with it. But thanks for checking this video out. I'd like to see if anyone else is running multiple 3060s in their rig. This shows that everyone's saying that you can only run one at a time. You can do more than one at a time. You just have to look at the specs of your motherboard. You're probably going to need a more modern motherboard. Even the Z270s probably may not work on this. There's a few other YouTubers that are running multiple GPUs as far as 3060s on one motherboard. I've seen up to 3 ran on one motherboard, but they were using an X299 motherboard, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. But, I'd like to see if others that are running multiple on the same motherboard, or if anyone's just running 3060s in general, how they're doing, if they like it or if they plan on getting rid of it. I know in a perfect world I'd rather have 3060 Ti's, but 3060s is what was available to me at the time. And it was a little overkill building a whole PC just for it, as you saw in the break-even analysis, that it just made it a lot harder. But if you really think about it, I won't get rid of the other parts, and I can use them for mining for years and years and years to come. So it's not too terrible. If I really wanted to, I could take that motherboard out and put 6 GPUs on it, on a stand with risers. But thanks for checking this video out. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more.